Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am covering the Moscow, Idaho case. Let's talk about Ben Mogen, the father of Madison Mogen. Madison Mogen, one of the 4 victims who was brutally stabbed during the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022. Authorities arrested Bryan Kohberger for the murders. He's in custody. Ben Mogen, Madison Mogen's father. He was once represented by Ann Taylor. Ann Taylor is the public defender of Bryan Kohberger. And while Ann Taylor represented Ben Mogen for drug charges, Ben Mogen eventually pled guilty to these misdemeanor charges and got 90 days in jail. 90 days in jail. Inside Edition is reporting. Court records show that Taylor served as counsel for Mogen in September 2020 when he was facing 2 misdemeanor drug charges. Mogen eventually entered a guilty plea to one of the charges as part of a deal with prosecutors, according to court records, and was sentenced to 90 days in prison. 90 days in jail for drug charges. I think, drug possession, I don't think warrants 90 days in jail. So did Ann Taylor adequately represent Ben Mogen on those drug charges to get 90 days? Because she's defending Kohberger now. This was Ben Mogen's court dockets right here. And here is the case according to iCourt Portal. State of Idaho versus Benjamin Lane Mogen, filed in 2020, 9/18/2020, Kootenai County, State of Idaho, Benjamin Mogen. Inactive attorneys under his name, Ann Taylor. Ann Taylor seems like was his attorney on this case for drug charges and disposition events. You can see here that ultimately he was sentenced to 90 days in jail, 34 days suspended, and 2 years of unsupervised probation. So Ann Taylor represented Madison Mogen's father and got a 90-day jail sentence for drug charges. So Inside Edition reported it, confirmed it through the actual court portal. 90 days in jail for drug charges. Now, is there a conflict of interest? I do believe there is. Will the prosecution call the victims' families, any of the 4 victims' families, to testify? Just think about this. Say Ben Mogen is called to testify on the Bryan Kohberger case. I don't know, maybe even a victim impact. How can Ann Taylor cross-examine him when she previously represented him? I think that alone right there is a conflict of interest. Let me know what you think. Should Ann Taylor recuse herself from the Bryan Kohberger case? I am a proponent that says yes, for numerous reasons. Not just representation of Ben Mogen, but Ann Taylor represented Ben Mogen's wife, Corey Hatrock, which is Madison Mogen's stepmother, and also Xana's mother, Kara Carnodle. Not only did Ann Taylor represent Kara Carnodle, but she represented both Bryan Kohberger and Kara Carnodle at the same time. According to court records, Ann Taylor was appointed counsel for Bryan Kohberger on December 30th. And she withdrew from Xana's case officially on January 5th. So yeah, she was representing both at the same time. Very, very odd there. Definitely needs an explanation for that. Let me know what you think. Subscribe my channel, hit the notification button. I am covering the Bryan Kohberger case, Idaho 4. We'll talk soon. Everyone be safe. God bless.